Welcome to Risk World Cup 2025, the final. We've got 6 amazing players in here on a fixed 70 game in Mont Saint-Michel for all the glory to be crowned champions of Risk World Cup 2025. We're on board here with England 1 and Zycron. We will go through the different teams and the players. These players are playing, but they also have teammates in the voice chat with them that can help them out throughout the game. And, oh, I guess I should move myself now that we're in. Unless you guys want to see mostly me, which I get. I totally get that. Okay, here we go. First in turn order is going to be Brilliant Frog. Probably a decent game setting to be first in turn order if you're going to be first in turn order because you get to battle for bonuses. Bonus is going to be critical here in Mont Saint-Michel. And we see the early +4 look here for USA 1. Oh, I'm getting it, but you're not. Hold on. Okay, so early bonus take there for Brilliant Frog in USA 1. USA 1, the defending World Cup champions. It's Brilliant Frog, Marin Brombat, Samboy123 looking to defend their title here. The winner of this game will be crowned champions. It's a single game final. However, if someone runs the 70%, gets to 50%, but does not get the 70, and there are at least 3 players alive in the game will reset without that team that failed. They will be out of the World Cup, and we'll reset with these exact settings with that player out of the game. So it could be a one-game final. It could be a multiple-game final. We'll see how these guys decide to play it. It's a gutsy move to make that run for your team, knowing you can knock your team out of the Risk World Cup. All right, Trunk for Canada 1 here is going to go for the +7 of Saint-Pierre. But he doesn't have it in turn 1. It's going to take turn 2, or 2 turns at least, to get it. Here goes Carter for Ireland. Ireland started out as kind of a mess in this tournament. Carter jumped in at the last minute. They've been a 2-player team, Bearded Climber and Carter 8786. That has been fantastic over the last couple weeks of the tournament. They were about as close to out as you could be in the quarterfinals. Carter won the last 2 games of the quarterfinals for Ireland, and ever since they haven't looked back, and now they find themselves with a chance to win the title here. And then fourth in turn order, this is who we're watching with. This is Zycron. He's participating in his 3rd Risk World Cup final. The only player to be in every final that's happened so far in this event. His team won it back in 2023. They lost last year in 2024. He's looking to get the 2nd English win in a Risk World Cup final. They go ahead and take the +3 here. Rolls the 6-on-2 for it. Zerky in the chat saying we want new champions, so we want someone other than England and USA, or we just don't want USA 1 to win again. You got to be more specific. This is a fixed 70 game here in Mont Saint-Michel. +3 of the Abbey there for Zycron, and he starts making a claim potentially for Courtyard. We'll see. Looks like he's trying to work a deal potentially with the Dutch. All right, 5th in turn order here in white. We've got... Sorry, I was trying to look at it. All right, 5th in turn order here for white. We have Sea Monster. He's going to work on Mont Saint-Michel proper, the +7, but he goes ahead and takes his +4 of Old Town first. So he's got the Old Town +4, and he claims the +7 Mont Saint-Michel proper. We'll see if they go for that, or if he maybe trades up in bonuses. Potentially will be how it works out. And 6th but not least here, the Dutch. They came in with the auto qualification from quarterfinals into the final. This is Bart, the top player in the world right now, playing for the Dutch, trying to bring home the first ever Risk World Cup for the Netherlands. They've been so close, but yet unable to claim the title in past years. And he takes the +7 of market. So turn 1, USA 1 gets a +4. Nothing for the Canadians yet. Nothing for the Irish yet. 4th in turn order there, Zycron and Black got a +3. Sea Monster and White got a +4. And then the Netherlands takes a big +7. They're last in turn order, but able to get a pretty OP bonus there with quite a few troops in it. Crackle says good game. Crackle thinks that +7's enough just to lock it up for the Dutch. Last year, this was one of a 3-game set in the final. We played in these settings, and we did have Arco and Brilliant Frog in it, but this year it'll be Trunk for the Canadians. Arco did make a wild play of going Minefield strategy. He didn't have the reset modifier on his side. Minefield strategy might work a little better with the modifier. Yeah, so you're 70 here in Mont Saint-Michel. looks like this. You're going to need 62 territories. All but 26. It's an 88 territory map. It's a big one. You got to be ready to play for sure. Okay, so Frog takes a second bonus. Frog goes +6 to add to his +4, so he's at +10. And this will be +7 for the Canadians in trunk here. So +10 for USA 1, +7 for Canada. Let's see what the Irish do. They were unable to get a turn 1 bonus. Can Carter find his way back? Looks like he's claiming the north wall +5, but he doesn't have very significant stacks anywhere else on the board to make a 2 bonus play here. Zycron says thanks to Trunk. Yeah, Ireland seems to be in a bad spot. We'll go ahead and put up our prediction now. Who wins the final? USA 1, Canada 1. I'm putting it in turn order. Okay, so we do see the +5 here taken by Ireland as expected. Your choices are up here in turn order for you guys. We'll give you like 2 minutes to put your pick of the winner in here. +5 for Ireland and Carter. I don't know if he can pivot into a second bonus. We'll see. He actually moves the troop back in closer to his bonus. And here goes Zycron. Zycron only able to get a +3 turn 1. Kind of made a claim for the Courtyard. Courtyard's a messy bonus, but nice to be holding in a fixed 70 match, because it's very annoying to do the Courtyard split when you're running the 70. It also gives you some access to parts of the board that usually don't have major blocks. So we'll see if he goes for the full Courtyard play here. Does look like that's the plan for the English. He's going to split off. Get a 100% roll there on the 1, and he does have his +4 to go with the +3, so it's a +7 here for England. And let's see if Sea Monster goes Mont Saint-Michel proper. The Americans would be the greedy players in the game if they have a +10 and +11. Let's see if Sea Monster is doing that. LeBra says Bart wins easy. We'll see. Alright, +7 for Sea Monster. Yeah, hot buttons. Here's the drama. Everyone's going to be mad the US is getting 10 and 11. So that's a +11 now for USA 2 in white here with Sea Monster playing. Again, there's a 70% reset modifier. If someone gets to 50% and at least 3 players are alive, but they don't get to the 70%, the game will reset. That team's out of the Risk World Cup. The rest of the teams will reset into the next game and will reset the settings. Other than that, if someone runs the 70 cleanly here, they are Risk World Cup 2025 champions. They will live in the Hall of Fame and glory forever. We do have the awards coming up right after this game. We'll hand out some individual awards, our best broadcaster, our best match host award for the tournament coming up right after this. So make sure you stick around. We will also give out the 3 individual superlatives we give out each year for Hall of Fame positions for 3 players: the Golden Roller, the Golden Slayer, and the Golden Dice. The Golden Slayer goes to the player that took the most bounties during the tournament. The Golden Roller goes to the player that had the highest points per game average in the tournament. And then the Golden Dice is voted on by match hosts and broadcasters as the best overall player in the tournament. Okay, so still +10 here for USA. Another bonus take here for the Canadians. They want to take the North Passage +4. They'd go to +11 and be on par with the highest generators of USA 2. Frog also has 22% of the board there. Yeah, specifically previous. If you want to see the full Hall of Fame, what's happened in past years, you can always go to professionalrisktakers.com, click on Events, Risk World Cup, and look at the Hall of Fame. You'll see previous winners. Back in 2023, the Golden Slayer for most bounties was Crackle, 069, if you ever heard of him. He took that home. I think he was on USA 2 that year. Crackle can clarify. The Golden Roller that year was the Zycron, the one you're watching here in black. He was the highest points per game average. Your Golden Dice went to one Open Tanyao for the Dutch as the best overall player in that event. In 2024 last year, Arco made an unbelievable run. He had like 7 straight wins. He ended up as the Golden Roller and the best overall player in the tournament with the Golden Dice. Your Golden Slayer with 12 bounties, which was 3 more than Crackle got the year before. Your Golden Slayer last year was Talik XL for, at the time, an Eastern Europe time, but from Bosnia-Herzegovina. Okay, so we don't see any... Oh, we see our first break here. Double break. Zycron for the English goes for the double break. We officially have drama. The game hasn't really started until someone gets broken, right? So there you go. The English break USA 1 and the Dutch. They don't like everyone getting 10s and 11s when they're only getting a +7. Yeah, what do you think about that now? Zerky said, I don't see anyone besides USA or Netherlands winning this unless something crazy happens. Is that what you meant? Something crazy like both teams getting broken there? Do we like that play from Zycron? Does it put a target on its back? It's a fixed 70 game here in Mont Saint-Michel. A heavy bonus game was expected from the start. And that's what you're seeing here. It was kind of a question of whether we're going to see like +7s on average or like +10s to 12s on average. And there still seems to be some question of that, of how that should work. The Dutch retake. Dutch sitting on a +10. That's a +7 of markets and a +3 of the residents right next to it. Bart mostly in one spot on the board. And a retake here from Frog. Does he break back? No, he says, okay, you broke me. Next time I'm going through you. Frog sits on the other end, which is interesting. He puts a stack away from Zycron there. So the USA 1 team in blue here is back up to a +10 of Hill Road, the +4, and Stores, the +6. Breaks aren't enough. Okay. What do you want, Zerky? You want something more than a break? What's Zycron going to do? Here goes Trunk for the Canadians. Canadians also getting a nice, cool... They didn't get broken there. They're at +11, but they took theirs a little bit later, so maybe that's some of the logic there. Suicides and feeds. Yeah, that's the only way. These are all fantastic top players in the world that are matched up here, as well as their teams behind them that can help them count out the 70. Plan out runs, help block runs. So there's a lot of levels to what we're seeing here in this. Currently, so going in turn order, Brilliant Frog of White Meadow is currently the 4th best player in the world based off of the Saber rankings. Second in turn order, you've got Trunk, who is the 7th best player in the world currently in the Saber rankings. Next in turn order, you have Carter8786, who is 5th currently in the world in the Saber rankings. Next up, you have 2-time Risk World Cup finalist Zycron, who is 26th, which is not too shabby, but it doesn't sound as cool compared to those other numbers I'm reading off. Sea Monster currently 6th in the world in the Saber rankings, and then Bart, as previously mentioned, currently number 1. So you've got 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 26 in the world. I don't think you'll see another Risk event final that's got that kind of level of players all in a single lobby that just happened to make it to that point. Crackle says Canada and USA 2 are just as strong. Okay, so just as strong as USA 1 and the Dutch. Only IRL is really out of this one. Okay, so maybe the chat generally thinks Ireland and England are in the worst spot. Maybe they hope for a reset more than anyone else. And maybe that's why Ireland goes to the minefield strategy that you see them employing now. They're kind of doing whatever they can to lay some mines on the field to make the run tougher for people to go through them. Maybe those two, and those two teams are in the middle of turn order, which is usually a decent spot here, even in pick 70. But they just didn't have the spawn to get the early bonus, it appears. They need the game to take a shift. A GM may be probably the same amount of skill. I don't know what the rankings were of the players. I mean, we have 5 of the top 7 in the world in this game. And by the way, the players that aren't in this game, only one of those top 7 is not on one of the teams for this game. So Mamba is also number 3 in the world right now. And Mamba is on USA 2 here with Sea Monster helping him out throughout the game. Yeah, this is the final game. Welcome in, ESP No More. I don't know what that means. ESP No More? Welcome in. Yes, this is the final game unless there's a reset. If someone fails their 70 run, it will reset without that team. And we'll have a 5-player final. So it's the final game as long as it's a clean 70 run here. All these teams had much different paths to get here. USA 1 dominated early in the tournament. In their first couple rounds, they put up over 100 points and got a major lead. Then they kind of fell off a little bit. Canada won, became who everyone was chasing after. And then we saw the Dutch. Once we had the first cut, the Dutch seemed fastest to be able to adjust their playing style after the cut. They were able to get a sweep in the quarterfinals that propelled them to the auto advance to the final. Ireland had a tough first couple of rounds, but then in the quarterfinals they caught fire and were able to make a major run to get into these finals. USA 2 has been probably the most consistent out of any of these teams. They've gotten a win every week. They've been just solid throughout the tournament, and that got them here kind of on a smooth and steady pace. And then Zycron, it came down to a win last week for Zycron. It was actually Rue13, his teammate, making the run in Turkey, but they needed the win last week to get this spot here today. They were able to do it and pull it off in Turkey to get their finals. They were the final finalist to earn their spot here today. See major disparity in troops. Only the Canadians have traded so far. They're on 2 cards, but you can see USA 1 up at 65 troops, Ireland way down at 37 troops. That's a major troop disparity here in a fixed 70 game. On a map that you usually see enough room for people to go find their own bonuses. Usually you see like the 3s and the 4s paired and the 7s taken as their only bonus. That's more of a common way you see this map carved up. However, the teams with 4s started going for +7s, so that changed the game, and the teams with +7 started going for second bonuses. And it's worked so far for them. The only breaks we've seen, the English broke, for one turn they broke USA 1 and the Dutch, but those teams quickly retook it, and England bowed out of future breakage. So we do have the trade on 5 here for USA 1. They're at 85 troops. Welcome, MIB Operative. Seems like Ireland needs that southeast bonus or they have no real shot. Yeah, they could potentially work for this port +6. But they haven't really made any effort for it, and they have this annoying USA 11 in here. Is this what you're calling southeast, or are you calling the other side southeast? This is southwest, I guess. But southeast, maybe you're talking about this, which would be V impressive. We saw Arco try to take it last year. It's more like something like that. That's the east wall, +9. Pretty unlikely to take that puppy, but would be epic if they did. The west wall also pretty commonly taken on this map, but doesn't look like it will be here. Oh, folks, we have action. Here we go. This is Trunk. Oh, he just goes for some breaks. Okay, so it's not a run. He wanted to break the Dutch in USA 1. So we do have breaks here from Trunk, but he just breaks the small bonuses for both the Dutch and USA 1. And Zycron says, well played. Zycron's on teams with the Canadians here saying, hey, this is fair. We see more mines laid out by Carter here for the Irish. You can see all the 4s and 5s for the Irish. They're trying to stop up the board, make the run tougher, and hope for a fail is kind of where they're at this point. Trade here for Zycron goes up to 61 troops. You gotta like the break plays. Yeah, taking that wall would be crazy. If they took it, that would be awesome. Oh, Zycron's 11 to 21 kill death. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, it looks like Ireland's play is either maybe they're hoping someone will start to run it and not fully fail it, but they'll stay out of their territories because they have all the annoying 5s, 3s, and 4s, or they just hope for an all-out reset. In England, kind of starting to do the same, dropping 3s in. This is Sea Monster for USA 2 here in white. They also got broken on that Canadian run. They have their +7 still, but they got broken on their +4. it seems like the Canadians are saying, hey guys, just take your +7s. You can't get an extra +4, but the Canadians are also holding a +7 and a +4. This is a +7. This is a +4 for the Canadians. 10 trade here for Bart on 5 cards. It is fixed cards, so your trades possibilities are just 4, 6, 8, 10. Retake here for the Dutch. They go up to 95 troops. USA 1 just got their troops for this turn, and they're at 93. So the Dutch definitely your troop leaders at this point. Everybody has traded cards now. One time. I wouldn't say we're seeing major blocking plays from Canada, USA 2, USA 1, or the Dutch. They're going pretty big slapper stacks, which is pretty common on this map. You are seeing blocking plays from Ireland and England. That makes sense with kind of their situation in the game where they've been in a less opportune spot to go make a run at any point or win. So they are going to play a little more defensive. So you got 4 offensive players, 2 defensive players, kind of how the board's shaping up as of now. Canada would more than double the troops of Ireland. We do have this kind of kill guard situation where Bart is at least partially guarding Ireland. There's not a ton of kill guard spots on this map. One of them's in Courtyard, which isn't being used. But there are spots that are kind of choky that you can a little bit cause problems. Kind of in here is usually a potential spot. Carter continues just to hit and move back, just kind of growing his territory count up to 14% now, with pretty much 5s everywhere. Zychron has less room to grow. Oh, Zychron's external got hit. Okay, Zychron's got a break to take a card here. What does Zychron do? Well, he doesn't have to break. He can hit here, but he would open up the 9 of the Dutch. Is he cool with that? He does. He takes that as kind of his only option. Bart kind of lured him into that. He leaves a 7 stack there right next to Bart's 9. Bounties don't count for anything here. It's a winner-take-all final. However, the bounty could be beneficial to get you the time reset and the additional troops you might need. MIB operation. Yeah, so LeBron asked how many troops before someone runs. And Zarek, you thinking about 130 or something? That's usually you see it about double the territories you need. So that's probably a pretty fair answer. Yeah, this map has definitely had kind of a place in the Risk World Cup history. It was actually an opening map in 2023, and then last year it was one of the finals maps. It's a big map that's really challenging to figure out your 70 runs through. What some experts would call skill-based. I wouldn't, but some experts would call skill-based because of the challenging runs you've got to make. Some would call it probably too open. MIB Operative says Orange steadily increasing those stacks on the east wall is interesting. They started at 3 each and they've got them up to 8 each now. Okay, so on the right side they were building those. What's up, Fast Zepe? Welcome in. Who are these noobs? Yeah, they're just some new guys. We just decided to throw out a random Risk lobby on the Risk Discord and see who'd show up. And this is who came into play. So it's who we got. It's the best we could do. What happened to Ireland and England? Ireland didn't have a great bonus play early. They got bullied out a little bit. It took them an extra turn. They didn't have the second bonus play that a lot of other teams did. Zychron did have the second bonus play, but does not have any external positions to work with. His externals keep getting taken out. So he's been slowly kind of cut off at the legs there. Next year when USA gets 6 teams in the final, it should be on USA Advanced. A lot of people hate USA Advanced, for sure. So, not a bad idea. I like the idea. We use that more for qualifying. It's more of a fun, wild map for qualifying with big runs in it. Yeah, they just got wrecked with bad starts. They are going defensive, hoping for a reset, or hoping for just some chaos to break out, and then maybe they can get back into the game. Zango's got Frog winning. Okay. Zango thinks Frog's in the best position. Okay, we have just kind of the spread strategy here from Zycron. He's got to take a card. Does he take it from the US now? I think so. We'll see. He's got plenty of options, but he's got to break somebody to take a card. No portals to get him an external position here. Carter rooting for USA 2. Welcome in, Carter. Zerky says it's either Frog or Bart. Zerky also mentions that Frog's a noob, which is a good point. Does that guy even risk, bro? Okay, it's the Canadians. So the English decide they're going to break the Canadians. That is the team they didn't break earlier, to be fair. So they're kind of spreading it around. Also the Canadians with the most troops at that point when he did the break. So you can always blame it on that. You have the most troops, so you're the one I'm going to break. Yeah, Carter said to break red. That's what they did. Could Carter and Zycron combine stalemate this game? I mean, they can do a lot, but at some point, one of them... Well, at some point, there's almost a team kill available. They're still pacing at about half the troops of the other teams because they're generating so low. They're both +7s. They're getting out-generated 4 to 5 troops every turn. And Zycron's got no external, so he's not long for this game unless something changes. Hey, thanks for the raid, Jerry XX. Welcome in, Raiders. We're in the Risk World Cup final. This is a final game of Risk World Cup 2025. Here with the Dutch, USA 1, USA 2, Ireland, Canada 1, and England 1. All in this match. Battling it out on a Mont Saint-Michel fixed 70 game here. You can see dramatic troop difference. It's been some solid breaking in this game. There's USA 1 breaking USA 2 to make a 69 stack. We can go ahead and dab for that. Well done. Hey, open on the raid. Slies, welcome from the raid. Grogu rooting for people to stab each other is his general feelings here. Welcome in the darkest timeline. $48 stack for Trunk right in the middle of the board. He retakes where Zycron broke. Does he leave a stack there to say stop breaking me, Zycron? He leaves a 2. Yeah. That's just a notice for Zycron. Hey, I do not want to be broken again. What's up, man? Risk is great. We're having a great time. Everybody's having a great time. No one's even mad right now, so that's good. That'll change soon, I'm sure. Alright, let's take this opportunity to listen in a bit to the English as they talk about their thoughts on what's going on here.
So what do I hit?
I think you're either hitting blue 3.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to break blue.
Or you're hitting red again.
I guess I have to hit.
This is Rue 13 and Zycron.
You can break white as well. I think that's fair, but he has a... I mean, retaliation is useless for him, right? He controls the game.
Yeah.
Up to you, man. If you think white's the better break, then go for it. I just think with turn order, red might be...
Sorry.
They opt for the USA 2 break, and Sea Monster says oops and cries laughing. And Zycron cries back to let him know he's sad about it.
We've just put ourselves in a position where we have to break people, which is hilarious because no one can do anything against us because
and it does slow
they don't have
everyone
any
else
way
down,
into
right? Like, it's the most... Like, this really does slow everyone else down.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're still equal with blue and red in troops at the moment.
Yeah, he's just...
They're all on 3 cards and everything. Yeah, orange is just really far ahead, but I can't hit orange.
You cannot.
I don't know what he's saying oops.
He's not going to break us, is he?
What, he's going to hit a 20?
He's bordering up.
Yeah, but this is making people play more defensive, which is funny. Where's the Let's just put that as a 3 and a 3.
What did you... I thought you were going to laugh in his face.
He needs to attack orange. Like, orange is so far ahead. Well, not so far ahead, but they have a troop and 2 bonuses worth of generation right now, and territories above everyone else.
Sea Monster throws out oops saying don't break me again. Alright, that's kind of where the English are for now. We'll listen back into them in a little bit. Maybe someone else we could listen into here. Let's see who the Dutch may be speaking Dutch, but we'll see if we can listen into these guys on Bart's turn. Maybe Open Tanyo can just translate for us when they start talking. We've got Bart, Redolinu, and Lernsey in here for the Dutch, chatting through their strategy. But not really chatting much. Thank you, Tanner, for the heads up.
Volgens mij kom ik op
The
59.
alt's allowed in there as long as they're muted.
En dan die groene 7, 60.
Really appreciate it, though.
En dan de blauwe 10 en de witte 1.
This is Redolinu for the Dutch.
Alleen, we hebben nog niet genoeg troepen, denk ik.
Open, what does Redolinu think?
Nee.
Yeah, trading's gonna get a little tougher without breaking.
Wat is de route wat je nu in je hoofd hebt, Bart?
He said Bart at the end there. I got that one.
Ik zat zelf te kijken met die... Even kijken, de 15 en die 11 onderin. Ja, gewoon allemaal
I'm
eentjes
sure
en
I
zo.
play better than them, sure.
En dan die 57, die moet
Oh yeah, we got Jaco in
door
here too.
groen en door rood en dan naar zwart toe.
Jaco says they're talking about
En dan moet ook nog
routes.
die
For a kill or for a
in het midden
70?
die blauwe 3 en die zwarte 4's raken.
Ja.
En dan moeten we nog denk ik een paar 7's of 8 ook raken.
For a 70, okay.
Ja, inderdaad. Ik zat
Dat
met
wordt
onze 15 te denken, die witte 1 en dan inderdaad die witte bonus. Misschien rode eentjes. Die 9 die kan het dan ook wel opschonen. Daar links, die 11 die kan de blauwe bonus pakken.
Zycron
Mhm.
creating
Oh, rood
enemies
heeft er nu
everywhere.
een
Let's see
7
who
neergezet,
breaks
maar die
this
10 kon dan in deel van die rode bonus. Die 57 kon dan inderdaad... Ja, dat wordt dan wel een split. Dat maakt het wel ongemakkelijk voor de blauwe 3'tjes, zwarte 4'tjes. En dan
die-
naar boven inderdaad. Door de 8,
dan-
11, naar links. Alleen zwart heeft er nu al
Zycron
een 30
breaks the
stack, dus dat
Canadians
is ook
again.
weer groter gemaakt. De 15 naast
They've
Residence,
got to
die
hit 4
7,
of the
4,
big
4.
stacks. Cool.
En dan
Alright,
die
let's see
10,
if we
ja,
can
die moet dan
listen
en die
into
groene
an American
7 en dan
team.
splitten
Maybe
voor die
Frog
10
and
en
Noob
1.
here.
Dan kom je op...
They're always very energetic when they speak, so there you go.
Plus 3,
Zingo's
6,
got the
9,
Bart feed into Frog.
12,
Domination.
15, 18, 123. This 82 has to hit if I want to get all of
This
those.
is Brilliant Frog talking for USA.
This 12 would have to hit. I mean, if I want to get these, which I have to get the run. This 12 needs to get a lot
It's
bigger
probably
than
cheaper
2.
to just go through the 22. Actually, yeah,
Noob
it's way better
2.0
to just
in
go
here
through the
with the
22.
Frog.
Not through the 15.
Yeah, you're right. 15, 7. Yeah. Yeah, that gives me more access anyways.
So you would just,
So still,
add-
everything
add
just
a-
goes here.
yeah, add another 40 troops that you have to hit.
They seem disgruntled,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this goes.
which is exactly par for
And your
the
10's
long
pretty
time.
much
Noob Frog
useless.
discussion.
My 10.
Noob
Yeah,
the
it's
gets
one
one
alternate for
territory.
USA 1.
I mean,
I
it's
could
not
try it.
useless. Gives you two
I
free
mean-
territories, but...
If I had 4 there, I hit the 10 and the 1.
Oh, is he going for it? Set on 4.
Maybe.
Just a retake here from the Canadians.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes.
Huh?
this is a 70
Right.
run.
Well, he was going for it.
Okay, here we go. 25% for
Does he
Trunk and the
have
Hope
it?
he
Canadians.
gets over 50%.
If he gets to 50%, we'll have to reset. The
I'd be
Canadians will
pretty
be out
surprised
of
if
the
he had
World
this, to
Cup.
be honest.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's about to just get buzzsawed by Carter. Yeah, he's gonna get 3 territories off it. Yeah. I don't.
I
Is that
hope he
Carter
keeps going.
kill?
Oh,
No.
well,
That's why would you hit that?
Oh boy.
9 and a
37%.
3.
All for the chance to hit a 9.
I mean, hopefully he goes over 50.
His 50 goes nowhere now. His 50 goes a few places.
Okay, he's
Jeez.
over 50, so,
I don't see him getting this.
you know.
56.
Reset.
Maybe.
He's got to hit all those threes.
No, he doesn't get this.
No.
No.
61.
Hey, you get to play. Nice.
Hooray!
And that is a reset, ladies and gentlemen. The Canadians are
Hey, I did
out
predict
of Risk
that.
World
Canada
Cup
is out. That's actually
2025.
good. Drunk is really good.
Okay, we're going to try this again in Game 2 of the Risk World Cup 2025 final. The Canadians failed just short, about 7% short of their 70 run in Game 1. They're out of the World Cup. They'll finish as finalists, but not champions. And so we reset here into Mont Saint-Michel as a 5-player game. We're on board with USA 1 here, who has now moved into the playing position, Noob 2.0. First in turn order here will be Zycron in black for England. Zycron for England and Carter for the Irish, first and last in turn order here. They both had the toughest situation in game 1. They were both the most excited for a reset, and they get first and last position in turn order here. First in turn order, fixed 70, usually a pretty decent spot, especially in Mont Saint-Michel, where getting the good bonuses is nice. They don't have to swap players, but they have the opportunity to. So we saw USA 2 and USA 1. Those were the 2 teams that swapped players. The Dutch, the Irish, and the English all stayed with their player from the first version of the game. Okay, and we see a bonus that wasn't taken in the first version. +3 for the West Wall here for the English, but they will be very focused on getting a good second bonus this time. They were frustrated by their bonus situation in game 1. And here goes Bart, the #1 player in the world here for the Dutch, playing in orange. Throws up the thumbs up, which always makes you feel good. Again, right after this, we will have the Risk Awards. We'll give out some superlatives. We'll give out the 3 individual Golden Awards, the Golden Slayer for most bounties in the tournament, the Golden Roller for best points per game, and then the Golden Dice for best overall player. We'll also give out the player voted upon best broadcaster and best match host of the tournament. So that's all coming up right after this, or after 2 more resets of this. It can keep resetting as long as at least 3 players are alive when the fail happens. We are less likely to see a reset here in 5-player with just how open the board will likely be, but we'll see how that goes. Noob already given up. Why no fog? It cannot reset to 1v1, so 3 players is the final reset situation. Zenga, would you like fog? Is there a settings issue? Is that what's happening? I don't know. I think he's just taking his time. We'll see if we can listen in to see if he's saying something interesting. Yeah. He's fine.
Yeah,
He's just angry.
yeah, nice.
Angry Frog. +4. Old Town there.
yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
take
USA
this because
one.
I kind of want this territory.
Do you move your 3 up to your 1, and then you can take the +7 next turn more easily
You're right.
without breaking Mamba? Yeah.
Carter's also gonna want to take this.
All right, here goes
Yeah,
Mamba
but
for USA
he just isn't
2.
gonna be able to this turn. You're not
White's
rolling
gonna
out for
take
anybody.
this. Green's gonna take this, and then we'll see what happens.
Fog
I can
would be
also take
nice.
this,
Ugh.
even though it's +8.
Fog's a nightmare.
Yeah,
I'll just take
You
the
need to
middle.
get the +7. I mean, I won last year on 3 bonuses instead of 2 good one, or like a good one and a weak one. But
Frog did win these settings
yeah,
in
your
the
third bonus is hard to
2024
find.
Risk World Cup final. It was the game that ended up deciding the champions, and that's
Alright, I can
why
take
USA
this.
1 was crowned champion last
yeah,
year.
true.
Oh, yes.
Ah,
Because of Frog's win on this map.
What are we meant to do with this?
Yeah, we're forcing Noob and Frog to work together, which is just max
Okay, well,
entertainment
hopefully
value.
Carter will do
So he
this.
also doesn't spend anything out for us.
The only way it could be more entertaining is if we threw Tanner into the VC.
Yeah, maybe Carter decides to take the top right then instead of the St. Pierre. Oh, he's maybe going port? Okay, yeah, wait, yeah.
They're saying maybe he's thinking out here. Yep, it looks like that is the
We'll
plan.
find out.
I don't, oh, yes, yeah, yeah.
So Carter would be going +3 and a +6 with these 2 combined, if that's his plan.
Okay, good.
Okay, that's huge. You're
Plus
still on,
11 is fine.
yeah, +11 should be okay. Especially because you have the option to take the top one if it gets that greedy.
All right, back to
Great,
first in
take
turn
this.
order here. We'll listen into these
Insane.
guys in a little bit.
I think it getting that greedy is
Flex
pretty
on plus
bad.
10.
Zycron comes into this turn on a +3, but he's going to work on the +7 of markets. Bart had that last game. This would put Zycron at +10 first in turn order. Here in turn 2. And he does work a little more on externals after having all of his externals ripped out from under him last game. He rolls out a 2 for Carter. We should listen to Canada? Okay. I'm open to it. Guess we have not listened to the Canadian. Oh, the Canadians are out. That was pretty good, Libro. You got me. You got me. You got me. We can listen in. We haven't listened into Ireland. Let's see what they're talking about. Got Carter and the bearded
My
clown
yield's
here.
kind of low, actually.
Total silence.
Orange has 40 troops.
Yeah, we'll go back to the Dutch at some point for sure. Everyone else is nice enough to speak English.
I'm
but
sure I
the
approve of that.
Dutch, like they're better than everyone. All right, we're on with the Irish here, and Carter in the bearded
Oh,
climber.
that's so good for him. This is like
+9 for Bart.
one of the best territories in the game. And everyone else is going to move out,
Carter talking about that 6 for
but I
Bart.
can't. Wonderful. He's going to fortify that so he can guard the 1 point.
Noob's now
Yeah.
+11 for USA.
I mean, I'm already positionally losing, actually, because I don't have access now.
Carter does not feel good about his situation.
That's a 2.
Yeah, well. Split. Interesting split, actually.
All right, so Mama takes Mont Saint-Michel proper. That's a +11 for
Uh.
USA 2. Carter's going to finish off his +6.
Still better than before the reset.
Ah, well, it couldn't have been worse, to be fair.
Yeah.
They're happier
This is
in
true.
this game than the first game, at least.
I think I'll make an attempt to split guard that, but like
All right,
that's
so
just gonna get hit.
Zycron +10 first in turn order. Second in turn order, the Dutch are at +10. Third in turn order, USA
How many territories you
1
want up to 9?
is at
1, 2,
+11.
3, 4, 5, 6,
USA
7,
2
8.
also at +11. And then
Including the
just a
two
+9
guards.
Yeah.
for the Irish.
Yeah, 8.
10,
Which is
10,
actually
11,
very, very
11,
good.
9.
So I guess I'll do it because
Yeah,
What else am
Carter's
I
been
gonna do?
fantastic. Anglophone country's rigged.
not getting in here.
Yeah, it does seem to be something
3,
about that,
6,
right?
12, 15. No, less. 14. Yeah, I have to get in there. There's no other way around that. This game is somewhat balanced, though.
The Irish are generating the worst. They're at 22%.
Pretty
Well,
much, no
welcome.
matter what I put here, black will hit it. This is 1 stack, and it gets
Yeah.
5 ones. So even if it's like a 15, it's like the equivalent of hitting like a 3. So it's probably worth.
Carter's saying no matter how big of a stack he puts here. This is awesome listening
Especially
to
if you
Carter's
get the
thinking
dice,
through.
but
No
actually,
matter how
you don't
big of a
even need
stack he
the dice
puts
because
there, it's going to get run through on a
it doesn't
70
really help
run.
you.
Because there's so many ones behind it that are
You have
valued.
22% though. Pretty nice.
Bearded Climber, very optimistic.
Pretty
Love his
decent start.
So
gassing
6
up
there as
Carter
well,
here.
which is annoying because
Yeah.
my if I split stack, they kind of go nowhere.
Yeah, because they both have to go through the same.
Like I guess
I'm-
I could just whatever leave them like a 7s each because then it just hits to the 1, 2, 1, 1, and the other one hits the 1s, and then this goes that way.
Assuming blue doesn't stack on that 2 at all, then.
Just trying to figure out their
Because otherwise,
stats.
with
Yeah,
your
but I
second
mean,
stack.
blue probably will stack on the 2, and then they are
Yeah.
just useless. But
See
if
we
I
can
let
listen
people
to
have that for
some
free,
USA 2
I think the
action.
game ends.
Mamba playing here for USA 2.
Probably, yeah. Bring
Pull that in there, why not?
either the 2 or that 3.
Mamba and
active,
Sea
yeah.
Monster mostly talking here.
You broke the
Yeah,
horse
this-
fish Mamba.
Yeah, I got the dudes one. Not sure this is an upgrade. Okay, so green is gonna guard this on 2 territories is what he's doing. Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to translate as I can. They're realizing what Carter just talked about, how Carter wants to
Could
stack for
honestly
his
probably
rep.
just give orange access.
You know, I'm not too concerned about orange running. Like, their positions are great, but their troops will not be. Their troop count is going to be lower than, say, black or green, or actually blue, too.
Mamba here talking. He's currently number 3 in the
Doesn't feel like
world.
blue is +11, but
So you're listening
it.
to one of the greats talk about his playing.
Yeah, Zycron's just huge.
blue's on 18, so 20% is 18. So we are on 17, or 16. 16.
Talking about being on 18 territories to get the extra troops.
To go up.
So C lane,
Back.
probably.
I thought he was going to C lane too. I was like, that is a fantastic spot. Blue might hop over there.
talking about this position.
Blue's got the other side of it.
He's saying he won't because Blue's already here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orange will.
Our stack at either the 4 on the bottom or the 5 needs to be huge.
Say again?
Because we're gonna need those green ones, the 5 ones.
Yeah.
So exactly what Carter was
Not
worried
sure if the-
about
Right?
is
The
everyone's
four's
going
Not
to be
sure
trying
if
to
the
get
5 is
these.
better than the 4.
I mean, currently the pathing for the 5 is nice to get over there. It's got 4 green 1s into a 5 into the 1s. I mean, honestly, if it stays cheap over here, we might just have to add the hit through this as well. Just get the hit this 5, 3, 1, 1.
Mhm. 2.
Yeah, I don't think green will let this stay at 2. And if they do, I think somebody hits it and
That
takes it.
connects to the 5 on the right, though. Like, the C-lane connection is wild there.
True.
If that stays at 2, which, unlikely.
It shouldn't, but you never know.
Okay, we haven't listened to the English and the Dutch this game. I'd like to hear kind of what they're thinking.
I think regardless, both of them have to do some lifting.
Let's start
Yeah.
with
Question
the
is, do
Dutch,
I
and
want the
Open
6
Tanyao
here,
can
or-
translate for us. They don't talk as much, I've noticed. Maybe if they were just not a chatty group. We get the yawn there from Noob, which is pretty par for the course for Noob. Because of the bonus levels, it looks like everyone's going to jump right over 69 troops, which I hate to see.
De lijnen zien er tot nu toe ook wel prima uit.
This is Red Alinu for the Dutch.
Die oranje
Ja,
achter in
wordt
het
alleen-
midden, die kan naar onderen. Door groense bonus, allemaal eentjes hitten. Geen splits nodig nog. Zwarte bonus in.
Ik denk dat we deze
Onderste
set
achterkant door blauw. Huh?
Looking at
set hier
lines
boven
again.
moeten denk ik gebruiken voor die blauwe bonus. Nu hebben we deze 2 13's in het midden.
Nou ja,
Het zijn wel een beetje geblokt. Maar...
dus ja, die 10 kan niet zo heel veel. Maar ja, of die 10 gaat naar links, dat kan ook.
I did feel like he was sneaking in some English, but then it caught me off guard in the middle of what he was saying. Yeah, what do we think about this? USA just saying, I'm going to stick a 2-1-1 down here, and you guys are going to have to let me have it. It's a Noob just kind of challenging everybody and sticking a 10 up in this critical piece of the board. One's guy, well, I understand it. Well, good. Hey, as long as somebody gets something out of this, that's great. We've gotten to listen throughout many World Cups, but this year also, we've gotten to listen to all kinds of different languages: Spanish, French, German. One of the fun parts. Oh, double break here.
Waarom?
Let's see how the Dutch react. The Dutch react with a dab.
Nou, dat breken wij hem ook.
Hij is bang dat we de run hebben met 75 troepen. Dat zou ik ook zijn.
Ja.
Bart playing here for the Dutch. He's the #1 player in the
Dat is wel
world here for
gewoon-
the Dutch. He's been fantastic in
Iedereen
this
ongeveer
tournament.
gelijk is, dus, ja. Maar we kunnen wel...
Dat waren we ook al.
Ja,
Dus
dat
de
kan
hele
wel.
game zitten we echt al bij elkaar.
Serbian, sure, we got some Serbian. It seemed like the Dutch weren't that worried about the break open. Is that what you took from what they were saying? They're going to break back? Is that what they said? Or that's just what you think, Jocko? Roberto be like that? Yeah, the English being broken, interesting there. See how Zycron reacts to his +7 being broken by Noob and the Americans from a really weak bonus position, as previously mentioned. Croatian and
Ja,
Serbian
zo
are
beleid,
basically
dan
the
hebben we-
same, right? The languages are almost
denk ik bijna de
identical.
run, maar als we iets met troepen hebben.
De lijnen zie ik, maar de troepen nog inderdaad.
Zycron doesn't even retake the bonus. Was that on purpose? We gotta hear what Zycron's saying. Is that on purpose that he's not retaking? Or is that a mistake? Oh, he did retake. Okay. He just came from the other side. This is the English and Zycron here.
It's amazing.
If someone's going to try and run it, it's probably going to be this.
Zycron, Rue, and Chalky here in the chat.
This is like, yeah, the big time craziness.
Again, for those that weren't here in Game 1, the Canadians
Unless
tried
they
to
hit
make the
all
run,
ones,
failed,
like,
they're out of the World
they're not
Cup.
there.
We're in a 5-player game. To get the 70, you got to get 62 territories, which is all but 26 to make the 70 run here. Yeah, you're seeing breaks just for the fact of trying to balance the board. You hear Zycron counting.
45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61.
Don't like you ending at that number.
No.
He ends on 61, and Rue says, don't like you ending on that number.
But,
Yeah, I
okay,
guess
alright,
they
I need to
decided
get
otherwise,
through
Jocko.
something else.
They might be thinking Green could just steal that bonus. Tough with the
maybe
35
that's
pointed
6,
right
I
at you.
suppose, but it's a pretty big number.
Mamba,
Mid-1
super
fours.
aggressive player.
I'm assuming
Known
you're already
for
hitting through
being
the blue
aggressive.
4 in his bonus. You're just taking that whole thing.
Yeah, I think I counted that.
Just without being able to see a mouse, I can't really help you when you're calculating the run.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's got to be bigger. That's got to be up to 25. That's probably fine. Can we just hit?
Blue 3.
Okay.
Blue just like blue split off to make that 2 3s instead of having a 5 and a 1.
Mamba didn't like him having that 3 there. Hits
Fuck's
the nib
sake.
3.
Now White's just blocked my run by putting there. I don't
Yeah.
like that. My 21 was going up.
Zycron saying Mamba's
Okay.
blocking him with
It's
that
a different
white
one now,
18.
but you can still hit those. You can still hit
Yeah.
the same number of territories. It's just slightly different, right? The 21 now goes down, and you have a different stack. Hit those 3 ones that you can see. Unless are you going through the orange 10 as well?
No, I was going for the orange 10, yeah, 'cause
Okay.
that was an open path to get it up
Sure.
all
That's
there.
too big of an error.
That doesn't
Orange
really
10's now
work
more
anymore.
difficult, and it's the only real way into that area. 105 to get 62.
Bruce pushing Zycron.
But you can use the 21 to get into the blue stuff, right? So you don't have to add anything to the bottom of our bonus anymore. That's where the troops come from. Because the 21 is still useless. It's still
I'll
useful,
keep
rather.
that stuff too.
I don't think we go this turn, but I think it's possible next.
Okay.
We're
I
thinking
think I
next
just
turn,
everything
okay.
here. That seems basically it.
Where
Nothing
you're on the
wrong
5?
with
I don't think you need to. That's the
On the
21.
16.
21 gets that.
The 16 does it all, and just moves up through the green 5, through the green
Using
6,
their full
the
thinking
orange
time
10
here.
to get into all of that.
You know what you're looking for better than I do. I can go play.
Yeah, sorry, it's so fucking hard.
You're
on
good,
that
you're good. Just keep focusing. You got this.
It's down over in that map.
You combine the 4 and 5, yeah.
I'm not sure I spent the 5 on the 4 or the 4 on the 5, but
I think combining them either way. I think
they're hitting the 4
down is
basically,
better.
so that
I think down is
blocks
better.
more. I'm thinking about just blocking the line of like their
Yeah.
like blue running up and stuff like that, orange.
it's also valid to think
I
about.
don't know.
That's fair.
If Bart theoretically has it, he practically has it.
It does block off more, but
Do you
I
think
think
it depends
down
who has
is
a trade
more
on
useful for our
3?
run.
I
so
mean, it sounds like it based off the way they're talking right now. It sounds like England thinks with it. Rue thinks
whatever there.
Zychron can go next turn.
Yeah, the 21 now just hits the white 1, then goes through green 4, all the chains of 1s, hits the
10
green
trade
9,
for
and then into
Noob.
blue
Is this
bonus,
enough? He's
I
at
think.
126 troops. Is this going to be the USA 1 run for
Sound right to you?
Noob?
Five.
I guess you
Eight.
can slam the 8 into his 4 as well now, eh? If that's up there.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
territory.
24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.
Dutch said the same. He had the line, just not the
32,
troops.
33. Oh
He's
shit.
going. He's going.
Alright, good luck.
10 trade for Noob. Let's see.
Going.
28%.
Need
So
that
far,
to
no
win.
major
His 20 isn't
losses.
great. He's getting through the orange 7. No, he does have to split though. 2 and then the 1 and the 2.
Loses 1 on the 2.
Hits it.
Nothing major there.
Hits our 3, splits the
3 on
12.
the
Doesn't hit us
6.
3.
Great.
Didn't think he needed the 3. Doesn't hit. Doesn't hit the white 4.
48%, 50%. Okay, so we're either going to have a champion
Nah, he
or
looks
a
like he's got
reset
it.
Probably
here.
got it, I guess. Fuck.
Looks like he's got it. He's got 44 to get it.
54%.
Whoa!
Will USA
Oh,
1...
okay. Whoa, what was that split?
Oh, why did he
Okay.
split to go back down? Oh no, it's
He
a
choked it.
missplit.
Oh, he split it the wrong way.
He
He's
split
got
the
a hit at
wrong
this
way.
point. Oh, he missed another
62%.
one
Can
as
he get
well.
enough here?
He's off territory now as well.
65. He's got a 3v3,
Shit,
nothing left.
oh. Shit, he fucking had that. He didn't even need
He
it.
had the title in a
Fuck.
split. Here we go, round 3 of the 2025 Risk World Cup final. We've got 2 resets. We're down to a 4-player game. It's between 4 teams for the Risk World Cup 2025 title. We're on board here with the English and Zychron. We've also got Ireland, USA 2, and the Netherlands in here in a 4-player game. It's Mont Saint-Michel. It's still fixed 70. It's a winner-take-all final. Oh my goodness. So game 1, for those of you just joining us, Canada 1 had the fail. They were just a few territories short. Game 2, USA 1 had the win, it looked like, in just a misclick on a split from Noob 2.0. Otherwise, USA 1 would have been back-to-back Risk World Cup champions in just a heartbreaking moment that you hate to see. So here we go, 4-player. Next year we get different map. No, the same map with the reset is what really increases the intrigue for sure. Yeah, that's a brutal finish for USA 1 and so close. This game will be wide open. These guys are going to go ultimate greed mode, like plus 15 kind of situations. It should be very fast paced. There you go. You get your plus 7 turn 1. Sorry, plus 5 turn 1 there for the English of the North Wall. And the 2 teams that had the worst start in the 6-player game, England and Ireland, they've now got what seems like a 50% chance. It's Mont Saint-Michel proper for the Dutch. Plus 7 here for Bart. As expected, we're going to see big bonuses. Plus 5 for the English, plus 7 for the Dutch here in turn 1. And we're back to Sea Monster here for USA 2. Seems like they're swap. Is it Sea Monster for sure? Oh. Zychron clicked it for just a second, but we didn't get to see it. Maybe you guys saw it. So each of these players theoretically has a 25% chance of taking home the title for Risk World Cup 2025. Okay, and then we see another big bonus. Oh, lost a 2v1. Oh, boy. We get the good game thrown out early here from Sea Monster in USA 2. They fail the 2v1 for the plus 6. It's probably not a game-ending situation, but it can't feel good. Is doing early breaks and trying to just card up and work from there not viable in 70%. In fixed 70, you really need bonuses. Now, how much of a bonus is very... people have very different opinions on how many troops and bonuses people should be getting. But you definitely need at least some kind of bonus generation. Sea Monster's already done, according to Zengo. They can't win. Oh my gosh. Zengo, I've heard Sea Monster's an American, not an Americant. So we'll have to see. England and the Netherlands in a great position. So can Zychron get his second Risk World Cup title? Will it be the Dutch's first title? Or the first title for the Dutch? I don't think Dutch's is the proper term. Will it be the first title for the Dutch? Can the USA go back-to-back, but with a different team this time, USA 2, which was the top qualifying team, by the way, out of USA qualifiers. USA 1 earned their pass here from their title last year. Or will it be the Dark Horse Irish, who were moments away from dropping out of the event in round 1 because they were having no-show issues with some of their team. Carter steps in. He and the Bearded Climber join forces and make it all the way to the final, and they're in the final 4 of Risk World Cup 2025. That's what Sea Monster wants you to think. Welcome in, Rivers. Yeah. Sea Monster just getting him right where he wants him, not taking the bonus turn 1. A small +4 there for the Irish. Second bonus here taken by Zycron, Ultimate Green Mode, which is what I would expect on this map. It's a +9 here for the English. Where did the Dutch go turn 2? Looks like they're going to take the +3 Abbey to go with their +7 for a +10. Oh, noob, we all feel for you, man. So painful. Ugh. Rivers would have won an hour ago? Yeah, just let Rivers in there. He'll handle this. Rivers' team had a chance. They bowed out in the semis. This close to back-to-back champs, yeah. Yeah, a misclick away from back-to-back champs. England's just better, so England wins. Zycron's in his 3rd straight game of this. Probably looks like a blur at this point, having to battle through all 4 of the... No. Sea Monster got a break in the 2nd game with Mamba taking over for USA 2. The other 3 players have played every game here. Zycron times 2. Today is just... Poor noob. That is tough, man. The run was nice, the pathing was great, and just... one split away. What we know is we could mostly blame it on Frog, because he was in there in the VC and should have been helping you path it right. So we know to blame him. Okay, so Sea Monster says I don't get 1 bonus turn 1, but I'll take both bonuses turn 2, and gets a +6 and a +3 for a +9. See the Irish taking the +4 to go with their other +4. They've been the lowest bonus generators in every version we've played here today. Oh no, they go +7. They're tired of being the small fries. So they go +7 with their +4. That's a +11. Oh, they fail a roll. Oh, they're going 3 bonus play. Interesting. So they do take 2 +4s. They've got Old Town and Courtyard. They're 1 territory away from finishing off the +7 of Saint-Pierre. Yeah, so your bonus counts are +9, +10, +9, +8 as of now. Free win for England, you think? Tanner's got England with a free win here. Chris likes the ultimate greed play. Looks like maybe even a play for the West Wall. My team is cracked. Okay, 3 bonuses for England. Zycron says this is fine. He's at +12 now. Let's see what they're talking about in their chat, in the English chat here.
+10, like, they need another smaller size bonus, but... They have... I thought they were going for Abbey, in all honesty. But yeah, White moved out, bought by out of markets for them. I'm not letting them take a fucking 17. That's just nonsense.
I think green getting something else kind of crazy. His last position is fine over.
Yeah, the 3 bonus play.
He moved his Old Town, right?
Maybe.
Did he break up +4? No. Oh, he wants 4. I didn't see that. I mean, I don't...
It's a +16 for the Dutch.
Unless he's happy to move Abbey over this. Like, is he happy to give up on Abbey?
Yes, so. But I can't break Abbey. Only White will be able to break Abbey, but they're not going to, right? But we don't break it this turn, they can break it next turn, yeah. If you see White...
Grogu.
break it or something like
Do we get a 3-player game? It's possible.
that.
It is possible.
How many characters do I already have just in bonuses? Fuck, I don't know. Right? It's been-
26%, one more than the quarter. 88 at the total, right? 88 total?
I don't know. Let's check. That is 22.
Yeah, it's 88, 20, so we're 23 right now.
23, cool.
We won a 3-player game. 3-player game would be just insane. 30 seconds for 3-player. Seems reasonable. How big is green? They're plus 15. So now the English are plus 12. The Dutch currently plus 10, but seem to be working on plus 16. USA 2 currently sitting at plus 13. And the Irish at plus 15. This game is pandemonium.
I think I abandoned the 6 at the top. The 6 in the north. I think I just fortified that onto a different, like, somewhere else.
2 winners, 1v1. Then we really know who the winner is.
Yeah.
30-second true random fog of war blizzards. Yeah, I love it. Secret missions 1v1 for the title. Canada caused the first reset in game 1, then USA 1 caused the reset in game 2. Trunk just came up short on his 70 run, and then Noob had the 70 with a miss split, was unable to get it. But if he splits right, he wins the 70, or gets the 70. Canada. These guys are going to be at 100 troops here before the card trades.
I said at the start of my turn, I need to roll up, and I fucking...
Dang, those teams suck. Yeah. It was tough. It was painful to watch both teams go out.
Like, oh, no, don't do that.
If you did like R3 question mark, you said oops, then he didn't.
I should have let that cry, sorry. Yeah, I don't know.
We'll listen back into these guys in a minute. I think Zycron surely has an extra. Okay, so now plus 16 for the Dutch. We think he'll abandon the plus 3 here and move that 3 out of the Abbey. Tanner rooting for 3-player. Don't describe what happened to USA 1. Just we'll never speak of it again. Nah, Noob's tough. He'll get through it. It's happened to us all. 69 troops here for Sea Monster. He probably just wins, right? Gets the 10 trade. Arco versus Tanner. 1v1. Mont Saint-Michel. Feels appropriate. Yeah, there's the dab. Thank you, Grogu. Yeah, USA 1 trusted their alternate, you know? No, that was... Noob's more than capable. I still blame Frog mostly for it. This, I like. Yeah, crazy bonus game here. Don't tell Chad, but they're playing a crazy bonus game. He's not going to like this. Remember, we do have the awards coming up right after this. We've got some superlatives to hand out. We've got the Golden Roller, Golden Dice, Golden Slayer. We've also got Best Broadcaster, Best Match Host award. Finally, a dab. I mean, that tells you how serious these guys are taking this game. It took that long to get a dabbing game. So we got the awards coming up right after this. We'll get a little post-game chat from the teams, and then we'll go straight into our final awards for Risk World Cup 2025. Best Match Host, obviously very prestigious award. Some people say it's better than winning the tournament, is being crowned Best Match Host, is what I've heard. Yeah, Tanner might be Best Broadcaster. I don't know. We'll have to see, I guess. I don't know. Oh, you think Zycron should run it here? He's only got 87. Oh, he is running it. Okay, here we go. This is the English. This is Zycron. Can he get the second Risk World Cup title for England, the second he's been on the team for? He's at 38%, 40%, 42%, 43. %47% here for Zycron. Hits a 5, loses 4 on the 5. 53%. He's got about, I don't know, 15 seconds left. 60%. 61, 62, 63, 68, 69.
Fucking get in!
What the fuck?
Oh, you're so good.
No, bro. What?
Oh, I love that from
Excuse
you.
me?
Fucking
Who?
England 2023,
I
2025.
love that
get
from you.
fucked
Let's go,
in.
Zycron.
Oh, come on.
What the
you're not
fuck?
up badly.
Who is this guy?
And there you go, your Risk World Cup 2025 champions. England, Zycron gets the 70 run here. In Mont Saint-Michel, he's got Rue and Chalky with him. Here in the chat, celebrating their victory. Congrats to England. The Olets coming home group gets the win. Chris on Chips will be delighted. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's Risk World Cup 2025. Thanks for joining us along this 3-month journey to find our champions. And for the second time in 3 years, England is taking the Risk World Cup home. Congratulations.